up, YT? This is KWMS coming back to you for another update. Coming to you from the Midwest. I got a bunch of stuff to talk to y'all about today. First, I kind of want to do my shout outs to some people that have really been inspiring me, and just some videos that I've been watching as of lately. Some of these people are new that I just found on YouTube, and there's a couple people that I've been following for a while. So I just want to thank everybody in advance who I'm about to give a shout out to, and I also just want to thank any new subbies that I have. I appreciate you so much. Even if it's, people that's been on this journey for a long time that is now subscribed to my channel, and even if some people that are on here that have said to me that are just considering the surgery, just I don't know, intrigued or interested, I just thank you for following me, watching my videos, not following me, but supporting me on this journey, because this journey is hard, boy. Like, you can watch all the videos in the world, but when you actually start, and I'm not even post-op, I'm in pre-op, but I know it's gonna be worth it, so I don't want to complain, but it's a lot you gotta go through. But anyway, so shout out. I really want to shout out the right brother. I hope I'm saying your name right, but I want to shout you out because you actually left me a message on my last video, just like, hey, what's up? How's everything going, or what's the progress? I can't remember exactly what you said, but it was something to that extent. And I just want to say thank you, because, I get in my head a lot, and I can get caught up in what I'm going through, and I'm thinking, like, don't nobody want to hear me. Don't nobody want to hear what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that deep. There's so many other people out here, with worse problems, be it post-op and they having physical issues, or pre-op and they have, a bunch of medical issues or whatever. Don't nobody want to hear me complain or whatever. But it just shows that there are some people that are somewhat invested in my journey, that want to know how I'm doing, and that means a lot. Yeah, it really does, because I don't know about y'all, I have a little, support. My husband's great, but I don't really have a whole lot of people that I trusted with this information, and I definitely don't tell everybody what I'm going through step by step, because I don't want to deal with the judgment that comes with it. You know what I mean? And there's so many of y'all on here that say just don't tell nobody at all. And I understand why, because even in the pre-op phase, you get the looks and you get the questions like, why you doing that? You ain't even asked that. And I be looking at people like, what? What are you talking about? Like, it's not just about what you look like, but it's your quality of life. And that's a whole nother topic for another day. But anyway, the right brother, just thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm going to make sure that I do better at, commenting on your videos and supporting you, like I said, because I appreciate that. You have no idea how much that meant to me. Inspired in 2012. Thank you. I appreciate you, and you are doing fabulous in your journey. And I just really appreciate you stopping by and leaving me some comments, because you aren't that far along in your journey either, but yet you're doing fabulous on the post-op side, and you're a young woman. And I just appreciate seeing you rock out and seeing you change and seeing your transition. So, congrats to you, and I pray that you can continue on to lose that weight and continue on with the lifestyle, because you are inspired in 2012, but you're inspiring me in 2013. So thank you. Of course, Angela, HL, I know you haven't updated since your 60 pounds loss. I know I shouted you on the last video, but I gotta keep shouting you out, because I watched your journey from the beginning, and you have inspired me, from day one. Just your spirit and your light, you're so sweet, and you're so just endearing rather. So I appreciate you. Miss Sasha LaRue, home girl, like you are the bomb. I just appreciate your realness. You are so real and so classy. You are a class act, and I just appreciate your videos and the information that you give. So keep keeping it real because you have some diehard followers out there. Um, the True Jamaican, I actually just found you, but I've been like obsessed with your videos as of lately. And you're another one, just very, very honest and sincere. I love when people aren't afraid to be transparent because we are kind of putting ourselves out here, you know, in the World Wide Web for people to scrutinize you, for people to, you know, do whatever and have, you know, whatever to say. But when people can, you know, put all that to the side and be like, bump that, I'm going to tell my story and I'm going to be honest and I'm going to do it in a sincere way. It just really impresses me because I deal with a serious perfection complex. And it's all in my head, and it's how I want to be perceived, and it's what I want to present. And sometimes I can be so much in my head and so much wanting to be a certain way, not necessarily for others, but for me. Has a lot to do with my past. That's another video. And I pray that this surgery and this tool, you know, will continue to help me work through those things. I'm not using the surgery for it. I've took the steps that I've had to out, you know, before all of this. This surgery is kind of like a part two to my, I don't know, self-help. You know what I mean? Learning how to love me more, learning how to forgive, learning how to be freed of baggage and drama. You know, stuff that was your fault, stuff that ain't had nothing to do with you, but was put on you. You know, type deal. I know for some of y'all may not understand what I'm saying. There are some of you that I believe do. So the outside, I really just want my outside to match the work that I'm doing on the inside, if you understand what I'm saying. So anyway, back to the shout outs. Cecilia Lane, thank you so much just for the videos that you put out there, especially the ones with you and your husband and how he has, you know, dealt with your transition and your transformation. Like, that was really great. And I, you know, want my husband to see that because I want him to fully understand that this tool and this surgery is not just going to change me and my perspective and allow for me to kind of bloom and blossom and really develop and walk into the person who is in the inside, you know, who I've always wanted to be, in a sense. But it's really going to affect him too. I pray that it affects us in a positive light, but I just want him to be aware of what could potentially change and what could potentially happen. So I think that was a really, really, really good example of that. So thank you. You know, you're excellent too. And then last, my healthy is beautiful, and I believe you're really new on your journey, but I'm following you. And there are many other people too, but I just wanted to shout out you guys because you are who I go to. Y'all are like my first line of defense. You know, when I have questions and when I'm going through, or when I want to see somebody who's, you know, been out 2-3 years, you know, and see what type of things do I have to look forward to, and people who are a couple months or a year into the journey and see where they are, you know, mentally as well as physically, and then to see people who just had the surgery and to see where they are and, you know, what things they're going through. So you all are my frame of reference, so I appreciate you. So moving on, 8 minutes in, I'm sorry that took so long. So here's the update. Last time that I came to you guys, I told you guys that the doctors found that I had high hormone levels with my parathyroid, is what it is. Not my thyroid, but my parathyroid. And I had that doctor's appointment. I met with a specialist, and basically what she said on the good side is that it doesn't need surgery. All I really need is to take calcium supplements. Some of you guys can see this. I know it's backwards, but calcium supplements, 600 plus D3. I have to take them twice a day. I need to get at least 1,200 milligrams a day, and each pill is 600. So I take 2 pills per day. They're huge, and I hate pills, but I have to take those twice a day. And that in a combination with taking these vitamin D pills once a week, and just, it's the summertime, so just getting outside and getting some natural vitamin D through the sun. By the end of August, my hormone levels should be where they need to be. Um, my hormone levels will come down, and my calcium and vitamin D will go up, and I should be able then to submit everything for approval. And I guess the issue here is if I have a vitamin D and a calcium deficiency pre-op, then post-op, I know that we all, many of us struggle, or many of you guys struggle with vitamin deficiencies post-op. So they would prefer for your vitamin levels to be normal or high, so that post-op, when you're not able to take in as much food, with the supplements that you'll be taking post-op, you'll kind of be at a normal level instead of dropping below and having even more issues, after the fact. So I'm taking those in conjunction with a 1-a-day vitamin, which they recommend is good for you to take anyway. So I've been taking these for a couple weeks. So that's that. I take these pills consistently through the rest of the month of July, through the month of August, and by August 28th is the last week, that the last day that I have to take the vitamin D supplement. And then I get my blood redrawn, and from there, if my hormone levels and everything is straight, then I will be able to move on and go into the approval process. And from there, it takes a couple weeks to get approved, and then from there, setting up my surgery date. So seeing that I can't get to that state until the end of August, I probably won't be able to get approved until sometime into September. Maybe early October, depending if it's 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I don't know. And then my surgery probably won't be until November. So that's what it's looking like. I personally would want to have the surgery before Thanksgiving. I would like to already have the tool working for me. And a friend of mine was just like, "Are you crazy? That's like the worst time of year to want to, have surgery. That's like the height of, the food utopia." And I'm just like, that's the perfect time to want to have it. I like challenges, and I figure like, if I can go through that time of year with this tool and make it through, then I can make it through whatever else. Because honestly, all the other holidays aren't that big of a deal to me. You know what I mean? So if I can make it through Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'm African American, as you can see. Our culture is surrounded around food. So if I can make it through that, then I'll be straight. So yeah. Moving on. I have to meet with the nutritionalist again. I had a meeting. I had so many freaking appointments in July, y'all. Like, for real, I'm about broke with co-pays, and it's been a struggle, I tell you. But I met with the nutritionalist like I said, in July, and she wants to meet with me again. And if you guys can recall, I started my journey at 322 pounds, and I'm now at about 298 on average. Sometimes I've gotten down to 294. I get up some days in 296. I fluctuate. If it's, time of the month, a little bit more. And if I work out a little bit harder, I'm a little bit less. I try to get my water in or whatever, but I just been having, I don't know, I think I'm sabotaging myself. I don't know. It's like I can't get beyond that 296 point on my own. Not 296, but 294 point on my own. I feel like every time I get to that point, and I think I saw 293 one time, and literally one day, and then after that it was back up to 295, 294. I don't know. I'll be on this journey hard and doing everything I need to be, to do. Then all of a sudden I'm just like, oh man, I need a chocolate candy bar, or, I don't know. But I definitely need help figuring out this food thing, and I really am so dedicated. I'm trying so hard to get a grip on this thing. But if I could do it on my own, then I wouldn't need the tool. You know what I mean? But I have to meet the requirements. And it's like when I got down to 294, I went to the nutritionalist office because that was my thing. Like I had to get down. And by their scale, it said 297. So when I meet with her again August 1st, I need to be at 297 or lower, which means I need to be 294 or lower on my own scale to keep consistent weight, or to keep losing weight. So it's like mentally I'm kind of stressed out there, and I'm a stress eater. So then when I'm stressed, I eat. And it's just like this vicious cycle. But I'm like, if I got to do a fad diet, if I got to do whatever I got to do, I'm going to do what I got to do so that when I get to the nutritionist office on August 1st, I'm where I need to be because I'm trying to get the surgery. Like, I need this in my life. You know what I mean? And I just got to do what I got to do. But, anyway, I don't know, y'all. I'm at 15 minutes. I really don't want to take up any more of y'all time. I talked about a lot. But I just pray that you guys can continue to leave me messages and encouragement because this pre-op phase, I mean, I know it's tough post-op, but it's a different kind of tough, you know what I mean? Pre-op is a different kind of tough. I don't know, because I'm not post-op, I don't know if one is harder than the other, but I just know that where I am right now is difficult. It's like, knowing that you need a tool, knowing that you need the help, you're doing everything in your power, to get there, but it's not really in your hands. You know what I'm saying? You can only do what you can do. Everything else is up to these doctors and to these panels that, and these insurance companies or whatever. So you just got to do what you got to do. So I just appreciate y'all support. I appreciate your encouragement. I pray your continued support and encouragement. And I will try to get on here more often. I do a lot of times feel like I said, don't nobody want to hear what I got to say. And even if I do this just for me, even if nobody else does and nobody watches these videos, I need to be able to do this for me as just a way of getting out how I feel, because most people in my circle don't understand what I'm going through. And it ends up being a very lonely place when you're trying so hard to get to your goal, you know what I mean? Which is essentially for me, getting on the loser bench. So I'm going to let y'all go. Thank y'all for watching. Hope it's not too long. Hope y'all got to the end of it. God bless, and see y'all next time.